background. I feel sad OKC will probably take the ring. OKC, I mean, OKC's defense is a fucking problem, and even if it wasn't for the defense, you would basically have to find a way to remove SGA from the game. Like, that man is currently on a warpath. It's kind of nutty. I don't know if that's necessarily the case. OKC might have had mild competition with like one of a couple of bad matchups. Maybe. Somebody might have argued that the Lakers, because of just the matchup, might have been a challenge for them. Maybe the Warriors? Maybe. But like OKC has put up a historic season. I mean, they're 29-1 against the conference. 29-1.
Flashing through the sky!
Oh, he loathes SGA's playstyle? SGA is playing the closest thing to 90s basketball that anyone else in the fucking league is playing, and the only difference is that because of how the game is called right now, it's incentivizing bullshit. Otherwise, he and OKC both, let me clarify that. OKC is the closest thing to 90s basketball we've had in a very long time.
Hang on tight. Flashing through the sky!
What's up, Shades? Yeah, camera died. Drekka asked an AI to paint a pretty picture of me. I think it's pretty accurate.
Here we go.
There's also a couple of doors we haven't gotten done yet. Come to think of it, as I stand in front of this one. Which I know I've already been in. Like, okay, so do I like that SGA has become so good at foul baiting? No. Am I going to blame SGA for the fact that that's kind of how the NBA is currently set up and he's gotten so good at it without doing the thing where he kicks everyone in the dick or like just falls, you know, at the three-point line when nobody's around him? Like, at least he draws contact to some degree. At least he goes that far. But like, I can't fucking blame any player, SGA or otherwise, And if it was so easy, you know, other people would do it too. And then people say, oh, well, it's a whole bunch of paradox bullshit, to be honest with you. People will say, oh, well, it's because he's a star and, you know, everyone just loves SGA and he's coddled. Yeah, okay, well, everyone talks about everyone else but SGA unless it was like the fucking MVP race at the 11th hour, right? Until he beat Joker, it was Joker's MVP. When it's the face of the league conversation, it's nobody that's not American, so it's definitely not fucking SGA. It's Ant, who is currently still too young and not complete enough of a player to actually do the work and get the job done. So it ain't him, but everyone talks about everyone else. And then SGA is now a problem because he puts up, comparatively speaking to any other team and star player, I might add, not even dramatically much more than anyone else. It's not even like a fucking, like, reach. And then if you compare him historically to other guards, he's also still at or below historic average. It's just that people have now, they've seen it, and they look for it with SGA every time. Like, it's like the fucking Streisand effect now. Well, the problem with Harden and why I drew the distinction for SGA is that, like, and Steph did this too. Their version of contact was like kick a foot out and just have somebody touch a toe or some shit. Almost like how much, what's the percentage of SGA's points are on drives and inside body to body 2-pointers. And so, like, at least he's going in and doing what I'll context. I was doing the same thing in 2007. If I have the ball and I'm inside the paint and I'm going up, I'm trying to draw contact. I am doing whatever I can to bait the player into me, whether it's light contact or hard contact. I don't need the guy to clothesline me. I want to put a foul on my opponent. That's just how that happened. That's how that works with everyone. Everyone, you were trained to do that. If you can go up and get a foul off somebody, you can do it. That's what you did. You didn't kick a foot out or some shit. You went body on body contact to try and draw a foul. The entire concept of like the 1960s pump fake is to get somebody off their fucking feet to either go around them or draw a foul off of them.
Here we go.
Well, what's happening in today's NBA, again, I'm not going to blame the players. They've been given a very select toolbox by the league with the rule set and how they've decided to call the game, which has led to everything we're seeing now: spread floors, more basket drives with less contact on average, and all this other. It's all designed to protect players and produce what Adam Silver believes to be a more exciting product. And so if you're going to do that, and then there are players who are good enough to abuse the rule set that you put in front of them, they're gonna do it. I mean, like the Hack-a-Shaq thing was because players were getting away with it, and it was a way to get around the Shaq problem, and it still didn't work. They tried. Before that, it was the MJ rules, where it was basically just fucking kill him with whatever players you could afford to basically get tossed out of a game, but back then you could clothesline without a foul, so... Like, the players play within the confines of the game.
flashing through the sky.
And the whole, like, the refs call it differently from one person. That's happened forever. Always. Name a time in basketball history where superstars have not been favored to various degrees. It's a rhetorical question. That has been that way for an eternity. It's the nature of the game. You've got humans who are in fucking roles on the court to make things happen and make calls happen based on a rule set given to them, and to some degree, when it's a superstar, they get preferential treatment. That's why a lot of superstars are constantly yapping at refs, talking them up, having rapport with them. You go to certain barns with certain fucking refs in the building, you get a little extra edge. That's all part of the fucking game. Like, blame Adam Silver.
Hang on tight.
And again, and I will fucking stand on this shit.
Here we
If you
go.
watch SGA and you're seeing things where it's like, oh, they just breathed in his direction and it's a foul, you're just looking for that shit. The vast majority of the time. Is it happening occasionally? Yes, it happens to lots of people occasionally. He is not constantly just having people sneeze on him and go to the line fucking 15 times a night. It's just not happening. That's an alternate universe that doesn't exist. It's tired, it's the Streisand effect, everyone's looking for it, and that's what they're seeing. It's a similar thing with everyone. It's almost like with in a similar way, it's like with Tyrese Halliburton. So many people like underrating him, undervalue him. Oh, most overrated player in the fucking league. Yada yada yada. It's because nobody's watching Pacers games, or they're just looking and waiting for him to shoot a bunch of fucking threes and score 30 points a night. People see what they want to see. People see what they want to see with a lot of players.
Here we go.
Like, what is, like, okay, and now think about this for a second. I have to listen to the, like, this huge amount of NBA discourse around Adam Silver playing the puppeteer over trying desperately to have certain teams make it further into the playoffs or make it into the championships and shit, and big market fucking, you know, teams, and we gotta make the league make money, and nobody wants to see X team versus Y team because it's boring, so even the other teams are worthless. And then somehow, some way, Oklahoma City is apparently on the short list for Adam Silver's master plan. Do you root for the Thunder or like them in any way? I don't really root for any team in particular. I don't watch enough basketball to do it, but I do watch enough basketball to know when people are fucking being retarded. I played it nearly 20 years of my fucking life, 15 of which competitively, and I know when a player's being a fucking idiot and when he's not being a fucking idiot, and I know when fans are being fucking retarded and when they're not being fucking retarded. And around a lot of shit in the league right now, and it's an NBA specific thing, the hyper fucking negativity and the over-analyzing by people that don't know what they're fucking talking about is absolutely goddamn outrageous. It has to stop. It has to fucking stop. It's just beyond stupid now. It's gotten way out of fucking hand with basketball. Like, the entire fucking, like, media fucking cycle is all up on nothing but, like, negative bullshit, and the fans feed it, and it's fucking insane. It's so stupid. Like, you ask me, do I root for the Thunder or like them in any way? If I built, personally, a basketball team today, for today's NBA, all right? And I ask myself, how do I break the Da Vinci Code of the meta that's been in place, and I can't necessarily afford to go and spend $1 trillion like other teams? I build exactly OKC. I go defense, young, with horizontal, lateral speed, closeout speed. Defender goes away, the next defender picks up, and unfortunately, they're both all fucking NBA defenders. Perfect. I get a guy that can run the fucking floor as a commander, I get 2 bigs, and I jerk off to the fucking majesty of actual, compositional, competent, team bought-in basketball that hasn't existed in a hot minute. We had a glimmer of it with the Heat, or not the Heat, sorry. Yes, the Heat. I second guessed myself. Yes, the Heat. We got a glimmer with the Heat. We got a glimmer of it with Boston, but Boston's glimmer of it was the meta version where it was, we're just going to make you depressed with how many threes we shoot. Otherwise, this OKC team is quite literally how I would build a basketball team in the NBA right now. And you know what? Love them or hate them, they're cooking your favorite team. They're fucking them up. And in most games, if you took every single free throw off the board that SGA shot, they're still likely beating your favorite fucking team. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I ain't even a fan of the team in that way. I'm just bringing you fucking reality. So don't get mad. Don't get mad at them. Don't necessarily get mad at the players. If it's going to be something about fouls, that's a league problem. You're watching a team that is bought in, working super well together, young core, playing with actual passion on both ends of the fucking floor, the whole game. And we're going to find a way to fucking bitch about that? Go fuck yourself. I want to watch OKC and the Pacers. That's what I want to see. I want to see the 2 teams with the young core who actually fucking enjoy the game of basketball and play it hard on both ends of the floor. That's what I want to see. Is that OKC's fault? I keep getting this air, this waft of bullshit where we bitch about OKC, but then everything keeps being some other extraneous external fucking factor to OKC. OKC's just out there playing their game. They had a GM that, without Adam Silver, built a fucking phenomenal team with great depth, playing great basketball with a great coach, and they all got heart. I don't give a fuck about Luka. I eat too many cheeseburgers. Doncic, I don't give a fuck. If you can't take the Lakers with Luka and get out of the fucking first round or some shit, or get deep into the play, you've bought your way into hell. I don't give a fuck. I do not care. That is the Mavs owner having no balls and too big of a fucking hole being burnt in his pocket that needs to be filled with more money. That is an Adam Silver problem. I don't give a fuck. Right now, if every reason that OKC is doing really well in both the regular season and the playoffs is because of some other fucking magical stars align bullshit, why are you even watching the sport? Go watch some other sport. If you don't like it and your favorite teams ain't in it and winning it, and so you start looking to point 1,000 fingers at every possible tinfoil hat fucking whatever to give an answer for why your team or why you don't think basketball's the shit or whatever the fuck else, go watch something else. Like, are you listening to yourself? Adam Silver sent Luka to the Lakers for views, ruined a championship level team. The Mavs woulda, coulda, shoulda, mighta, wanna. Really? Like, just... Like, what was the Mavericks record before the Luka trade? Because if all it took to decimate the whole team was to remove Luka, and you're gonna tell me that they're gonna beat the deepest, highest performing defending and highest to top 2 or 3 highest offensive efficiency teams in the league, putting up a historic season, and all it took was Luka leaving the Mavs and they went 39 for the season? Be serious, bro. Come on.
Hang on tight.
So they still broke 500 without Luka, and they ended the season with 39 wins?
Here we go.
So basically what you're telling me is that without Luka, they're a dead average team with no discernible actual fucking anything that just treads water. But Luka Doncic, who by himself wasn't even in the MVP conversation, was going to single-handedly steamroll a historic season team with the best defense in the entire league by himself. A team that, by the way, makes you run the floor the whole fucking time and does a full court press with two of the top defenders in the entire league simultaneously in Lou Dort and Alex Caruso, and you want me to believe that that was going to somehow clobber the OKC? What? He played 50 games. Okay, so with 15 more games, he was going to outpace Nikola Jokic on a actual historic season for an individual player, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. With 15 more games. No. 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 This whole season's MVP run was SGA and Joker, and it was if Joker won against SGA, they give it to him, and if SGA puts out Joker, which is what happened, they give it to SGA. That was all it was ever going to be. There ain't no fucking shot Luka is even smelling the MVP race.
Hang on tight.
Excuse me. Listen, Luka Doncic is a phenomenal basketball player, but he wasn't winning an MVP this year. And by himself was not going to be enough with the rest of the Mavs bench to overcome OKC. There's just literally no way. They would have been like, if they did it, it would have been a statistical anomaly. Like they would have overcome. I mean, the like OKC at home. Just again, OKC at home is beating their opponents by an average of like 20 points or some shit, 15 to 20 points. And then they went 29-1 against their conference. Like, I have never heard a single person say that they think that the Mavs were, if they had kept Luka, would have gone on some sort of run to meet and beat OKC in the playoffs. New cave, who's this? Actually surprised. Ah, baited. Oh, that's not nightmare fuel. Listen, injuries are part of the NBA, and I don't know if you were keeping track of OKC because it sounds like you just hate them so much that you don't want to. But OKC was also riddled with injuries throughout the year. They barely had their full 5 rotation for much of it because people were getting injured constantly. Like, it's just, like, injuries happen. Any actual basketball player rarely, if ever, makes an excuse because his team had some injuries or their team had some injuries. Injuries happen. It's just a part of the game. Like, like, it's tough. They had a bad fucking rap. And the beating OKC 4-1, I would have to look at each game and how that went and who was involved in it. And then I would have to consider how OKC has been playing in the playoffs. And you can't say that OKC are playing bums. If you do, then I don't even know what the fuck to tell you. But they have been playing statistically significantly better in the playoffs than they even were in the regular season. Where in the fuck am I?
It's an ambush.
No shit. This is such a random fucking cave. Attaboy, Mark.
Finesse and grace.
What in the fuck is this thing? Obviously for lower level. But this place was semi-hidden between 2 other places on the map. I don't care who wins between OKC and the Pacers, if that's who ends up going, which it almost certainly will be. I like both teams. I like how they both play. I like the stars on both teams. Big fan of Halliburton. I've been a Halliburton champion for a while now. Having to endure people saying that he's not a good basketball player has been an experience. But fan of Halliburton. Fan of Pascal Siakam. Fan of SGA. Fan of Caruso. You know, we can't forget our boy, the perennial War Council veteran, Lou Dort, the Dorture Chamber. Both teams, a lot of players that I respect, and would love to see tee off against each other.
But both my legs are crushed as well.
That's probably not
And
good.
I don't know how much longer I have. I wish I could have avenged you all. If anyone finds this journal, do not enter this cave. The Nevron inside will crush you.
Literally? Fucking Omega Rip. I only knew about Halliburton from his TikToks that would trickle into my AIG feed. Lol. Lol. Oh my god, Gossam, you have... Are you sure you're not trying to be like the shittiest NBA takes of all time guy? Like, is that like, are you trying to have terrible takes? What? What the fuck? Oh my god! Oh boy! Alright. Hold me back! Well. Oh my god. Crazy work. I'm starting to get this, like... I'm starting to get this sneaking suspicion that, you're a bit of a fan of the Mavericks. Maybe. So, like, if you took all of the Dorture Chamber stuff out and you just looked at his closeout success and his contested shot success, Lou Dort has one of the best defended field goal percentages in the league for anyone that's not, like, a pure center. So, like, if you stripped every other aspect of his defense out of the game, with his defensive assignments being as important as they are, and him averaging between 6 and 9 or so contests in a given game, the league average for contested shots, for the success of that contested shot going in, is 47.5%. He is averaging closer to 40. It's a pretty low res fucking texture now. Is a hilariously low res texture. Every time he closes out, he gets in the landing space of the shooter. Every time. Hey. I feel like so does Lou also get all preferential treatment from Rents? I just want to start keeping a list of players whom do everything that they shouldn't and get preferential referee treatment. So is Lou on the list? So we have SGA and Lou Dort. What am I missing in this fucking cave? I feel like I definitely haven't seen everything yet, and yet... This just goes up and out. Huh. Okay, so Lou Dort is now Draymond Green. Yeah. He's able to do whatever he wants and gets away with everything. How convenient. I don't suppose that, like, the Dallas Mavericks are completely free and clear of all players who do anything bad, and they're all good, and none of them ever do anything that's, painting outside the lines. What am I even attempting to do in here? What in the fuck? Oh, really, Will? Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, she would have been getting up there. Shit. Why am I here? I've literally only just found it. That's why. It just feels like there's more in here. For some reason. But, maybe not. No, I did not, Fox. I apologize. I will take a peek-see. Which is that, where is that posted? Fox, is that a DM or one of the others? Not a single Mad that has a reputation of playing dirty or getting away with unethical plays on defense. Alright, great. Well, they're the golden boys of the entire NBA. What a shame that Adam Silver stripped them of such glory and they will never be able to achieve their full power. Twitch is starting to roll out 1440p and up to the bitrate limit. To what? Oh, Jesus, it's 10 to 7. I have to go pick up my wife. Thank God I looked at the clock. Almost catastrophe. Almost a catastrophe. Oh, that's this one. $7.5 megabit per second for 1440p. People better be playing fucking Hearthstone, and even that will look like shit. Possibly my favorite song. Yeah, no, that's dog shit. 7.5 for 1440p will look like utter trash. 1080p at 7.5 often doesn't even look all that great. I've got to encode the fuck out of this stream in software encoding just to have it look the way that it does. And so, if, you know, people doing a lot of hardware encoding with graphics cards and stuff now, and if you did 1440p hardware encoded at that bitrate, it would look a travesty. Now, if they fully finish AV1 so that you can encode in AV1 and have that push, maybe you can get away with that. And I would still likely go with 1080p because 1080p AV1 with that bitrate would look super crisp in comparison. I'll be back. Sit tight. And we will continue when I return, but I gotta go pick up M from work, so don't go anywhere. Enjoy the egg.